How does the society differ from the time you grew up to the society today? How has it changed?
How has it changed? I think there's less segregation, probably. I think that, especially like with your generation, you all don't look at like age, not age, but you know, race or sexual orientation or anything. You all are more accepting, and I think that's good for the country as a whole. I just think there are more opportunities for all people, probably. I think that there are still a lot of expectations for minorities, whether they be black, Hispanic, Asian, or whatever. You know, I think the expectation level is higher of them, but I think there are still opportunities out there. What do you think, Katrina? You
not.
no, okay. So.
Let's see, how can I tell you say this? It's how does it differ?
Yes. I
Okay,
think it's different.
it's different because just like you all, what's your name?
Allie.
Allie and you. When I was growing up, we was not allowed to associate with Allie.
Oh.
Yeah, we had to say, I just say yes ma'am and no ma'am to her.
Did you experience any segregation or prejudice throughout your life?
Oh, did I? Yes. When, for instance, the Trailway bus. See, I was raised in the country, and we had to go get the bus to go to town. And for instance, to get on the bus, it was the white people sat up front, and they had they call it a petition. It was like a black shade you pull down. The white people sat in the front. You sat behind that petition, even though you have paid your fare. But if where the white people were sitting got full, the driver would get up. Just maybe say, for instance, if you're sitting here, the driver would get up and he move that petition back. Even though you were sitting in a seat you had paid for, you had to get up and stand up.
And to get off the bus, or just
No,
to stand up?
just stand up behind, yes.
Okay. What element of segregation or prejudice have you experienced personally?
In terms of segregation, I grew up in an inner city, in an all-black neighborhood. Went to an all-black school, grade school, high school. There were only 2 white teachers there. They were married to one another, and that was about it. In terms of segregation in general, that was the most segregation I had experienced. What was the other part?
Okay, or prejudice?
Well, I just think, you know, you look back and sometimes, especially when you're young, you don't know if it's actual prejudice or if it's the fact that, you know, people are having a bad day. Because a lot of times I see stuff now where I'll just chalk it off to people having a bad day, depending on what the situation is. But I do remember I used to be a part of this, just a group. The United Church of Christ would come in and they would have like activities for people in our community. And it was a way for us to get outside of our community so we could learn about things other than, you know, what we were experiencing on a daily basis. And I remember we went to, I want to say it was like a Dunkin' Donuts, and it may not have been a Dunkin' Donuts, but it was some kind of place like that. And we were teenagers, so of course we were kind of loud and high-strung and stuff. And the person, the cashier, was just horribly rude to us. I mean, just extremely rude. And the guy who was with us was actually white. And you know, she wouldn't serve us, and I don't think she obviously wouldn't serve him either. And we actually ended up writing a letter of complaint to the owners. And we got an apology, and of course they said, oh no, it wasn't anything racially motivated, but I'm pretty sure that it was. So, and I was like a teenager then.
Versus the country, like, was the segregation harder to deal with in the country or in the city?
You know, I believe it was harder to deal with in the city. I really do.
Why is that?
Because, I don't know, people was so much ruder. I think in the country, the people was just doing what they were taught. That's what I feel, you know. But in the city, people, I found some rude people. I think lots of it had to do with what they was taught. They it's like a I'll say some of it was like handed down from generations to generations. Because what do a little kid know about having somebody call them Mr.? Yeah. Or saying yes sir, yes, no sir, or yes ma'am and no ma'am.